On today's episode of The Angle Show, we got some massive news. WWE is changing their commentary team. We got some massive plans coming out. And yes, we're going to talk about some very interesting news surrounding Big E. If you guys want more videos like this, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We're going to kick things off with Big E. Guys, this is some very interesting news, and it's a little bit sad. If you were excited for Big E to return, we all want it to happen. And obviously, this is something that we don't know if it will happen. Obviously, at any point in time, we can get swerved. Things can change. Doctors can have different ways of thinking. But basically, one of the things that has been said coming out of the media this past weekend with SummerSlam is that Big E may not return to wrestling. Doctors have basically been advising him not to return. He says he's feeling good. It looks like things were going good, but it's a very strange scenario. Then one thing that was really interesting was the talk about commentary. And more specifically, he says it's been something that's been discussed with him joining the commentary team. And look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I can't speak for Big E. I can't speak for somebody. I can't put myself in his shoes, right? Former world champion, one of the top stars in professional wrestling. I'm sure if I was in his shoes, I would want to be wrestling. Now, as a fan of Big E, I would say, while it's not ideal, if Big E is on our TV screens in some capacity, it is a good thing. And I actually think he would be perfect for commentary. I feel like Big E has the personality to be great at commentary. And look, if I'm WWE, if I'm Big E, and like I'm 100% certain that him getting back in the ring is a huge risk. It could be a potential issue for him down the line after wrestling's over. You don't want that to happen. But if he's cool with it, if he's down for it, commentary would make a lot of sense, and it would be a great thing for overall business. And for that reason, I would 100% support it. Last night on SmackDown, you may have seen the new faction with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Man, this was great. They took out the Brawling Brutes. They took out the OC. True heel domination. I love it. WWE did not waste any time. They have made the right call here. Street Profits being completely repackaged into a much more serious tag team, and they're aligned with Bobby Lashley. This just feels like a big deal. And you guys know me, I love my factions. I think WWE has done a great job with introducing new factions. But of course, you know, WWE kind of extends things long term, right? Like they're building towards something, towards something. They didn't necessarily do that with this specific group, and I love that. They got right into business. We don't know exactly what's going to come out of this, but I feel like WWE made the right call here. There is a very nice value of legitimacy added to the Street Profits now that they're aligned with Bobby Lashley, and it appears that WWE has massive plans for them. WWE is looking at utilizing this as a top group in the company. And look, you're going to have people argue about Cedric and Shelton and what's going to happen. We're going to see this play out. We'll see what they do. Maybe they add more members. Maybe they don't. But I think WWE, if they were smart, they truly build upon this faction. And I think it starts with SummerSlam, right? Bianca Belair, triple threat match. She's kind of teasing a new identity. I think you got to throw Bianca Belair into the mix. Now, keep in mind, if you guys watch my content, I talked about WWE doing this months and months ago. We talked about Bianca, Street Profits, Bobby. I have that content out there, and to see that this is actually coming to fruition is a beautiful thing. I think it's a good thing for WWE. And most importantly, it's a really good thing for the fans, because at the end of the day, WWE has a lot of wrestlers, and a lot of fans hate when their favorite wrestlers are not on TV. This gets more people on TV. It's another focus. It's another storyline. Whether they have the belts or don't have the belts, I think there could be a lot of legitimacy here, and I think fans are going to like that. And I like the fact that this is something a little bit different for the Street Profits as well, because for the longest time, they have been top baby faces. And I look at this group as something with a lot of potential, but look, the bloodline is falling, right? We see the bloodline is falling. This is a great opportunity for WWE to start building some faction warfare. You got the Brawling Brutes, you got Hit Row, you got OC, you got quite a few groups on SmackDown. Let this be the story that rises on SmackDown as the bloodline storyline is coming down. And meanwhile, on Raw, you have the Judgment Day, which continues to go up. So I just like that. I think it's a great strategy. I think it's going to work. I'm glad that WWE has plans here. Let's see what they do. And that leads us to our final story of the day. WWE has revealed a commentary change. Variety has actually reported this morning that starting this upcoming Monday, Michael Cole and Wade Barrett will be serving as the commentators for WWE Monday Night Raw. With that being said, Michael Cole will be staying on SmackDown as well. He's going to be joined by Kevin Patrick and Corey Graves beginning August 11th. Now, keep in mind, WWE has made this change. They're going to move forward with this change. And the report also made sure to mention that WWE remains very high on Kevin Patrick, and they actually believe that Kevin Patrick working alongside Michael Cole will eventually help his growth. A lot of people are critical of Kevin Patrick. I'm not. You know, I think it's great to have a different type of voice. I think it's great that WWE has a balanced commentary team. I think there are a lot of great commentators out there, and I think a lot of times wrestling fans they're always in this comparison thing, but I don't want to compare, right? When it comes to commentary, I truly believe Michael Cole is the GOAT. That seems to bother people. I don't really give a shit. The reality is Michael Cole's a great commentator. Him working Raw, him working SmackDown is great for business. You guys want to see people get better, you got to put them with the best. Corey Graves has gotten really good at commentary, but that's because he's working alongside the best. I think the same thing could be a benefit to Kevin Patrick. Now, I do feel like I have to point this out because I am very high on Vic Joseph. I think Vic Joseph is incredible in NXT. I would love to see him eventually come back to the main roster. And if I'm WWE, I know right now Wade Barrett and Michael Cole are doing the two-man team on Raw. SmackDown has a three-man commentary team. I like simple. I prefer two-man versus three-man. But if WWE is going to do a three-man commentary team, I really love the idea of Vic Joseph coming up, going on to Raw as well. That hasn't been decided. That doesn't appear to be the case. But if they do want to make that change, that is something I support. I think WWE Raw is going to benefit a lot from having Wade Barrett and Michael Cole on commentary. And I think even SmackDown, I don't think it's going to go down. I think it's going to get better, if anything. So Michael Cole, truly the MVP of commentary. This guy's absolutely killing it. And without Vince feeding his ear every single time, this guy just has fun. He's kind of become a menace. And that's what you're supposed to do, man. He really goes after the heels. He really praises the baby faces. He's helping tell the story of what's happening on television. And I think that's one of the reasons why SmackDown and Raw have become such a better show. There's a lot of things happening storyline-wise, but commentary really boosts that story, and I think it's a good thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Happy SummerSlam Day. We're excited, and we'll see you soon.